Hello guys, welcome back to Geological as always, and today I found out in work that there was patch notes out for the next patch. I've been behind. Right, anyway, let's get to it. Right, no, that's not the one I wanted. It's this one is the one I wanted. Right, so the version that we're talking about is 1.32. 1.3.2 is what it is. Jesus Christ, apparently I'm bad at this. Right, okay, so just scrolling on down through because we've got a lot to sort of niggle through. The new steel skin looks phenomenal. Drongo looks okay. The Kingpin Bellica is an interesting one. I'll not deny that. So obviously there's that. Then there's community coaching. As part of our ongoing efforts to welcome new players to Predecessor, we are shortly testing several different elements for our new player. Okay, onboarding journey, gameplay balances. This is what I want to look at. Tower fortification. Our tower are receiving a reduction in their early game armors, better allowing plated segments to be taken, as currently it feels they are too difficult to secure in the earlier stages of the match. I thought this was the point. I thought this was to slow down the tar game. So it was. I thought this was to slow it. I thought this was introduced to slow it, and now they're speeding it back up again. In saying that, okay, well, they haven't. Don't know how I feel about that. On the hero balance changes, we've got Crunch and his Recrunch. So his Recrunch has been changed, healing. So overall, he gets less healing. So he does. That's not changed. It's been reduced, flat reduced. So it has by a good margin too. That's been reduced. Also, the overall damage scaling has been reduced from it as well. In saying that, that is only his ultimate. He is still a deviant to deal with. So, just reduces his healing by a pinch. Drongo's Rod Rounds. Additional hit damage decreased. It's only a small amount. And it's also, it is only a small amount that it has been decreased by. So, I still see Drongo being potentially very powerful. Up next is Grooks. Right, this is the big one, right? This is his passive. His passive was his main reason for use. The bleed build up basically stopped you from being able to counter him. Long story short. So the damage has been decreased. So it has to it's a little bit, but then they've also neutered the per level increase as well. So it's been hit a bit. It'll not be as oppressive anymore. And then the double pain has been nerfed by 5%. So he's not going to be as it's his it was his passive that was the problem. So not terrible. Kalari is simply just a bug fix. So it is. So nothing too inherent there. You've got Light of the Heavens for Quang, got buffed, very nice. And then you got Fury of the Heavens, which has an increased slow duration. So Quang is going to be a little bit stronger. So he is a Morn, the Almighty. Extract is his passive, cooldown increased from 9 to 10. That was expected. Beguile now correctly mesmerizes, so it does based on the duration. Self slow has been decreased, so we can move a little bit more. Delay before reactivation decreased as well, and the cooldown has been increased. Okay, that makes things a little bit easier. Reduced vision radius increased. So that has been nerfed then. That has been nerfed. 30. Now, personally, I didn't think it was too much of a problem, but apparently somebody must have been abusing it for it to increase that range. Iggy Scorch, Flamed Hurt, thank fuck. Damage has been decreased and cooldown has been increased. He's not going to be as strong as a siege hero, but regardless, he is still exceptionally good at sieging. Good old Bellica, movement speed increased, so she's just got a flat movement speed increase. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Oh, Murdoch, hello. So shots fired, which is his passive. This is where the bulk of his damage does come from, in my opinion. Cooldown has been increased. Ouch. That's nasty. Right? Static trap secondary bonus damage scaling decreased as well. And buckshot has been decreased as well. So Murdoch has been firmly slapped with a nerf bot there. So he has. Because in saying that there, I never really used his static trap. I'm not good enough with it. We have played against players that are good with it. But shots fired was his big one, as well as his buckshot. His buckshot could half health you in an instant, so it could. Richter physical armor growth increased. Okay, so he's going to be a beefier boy. Attack speed growth increased as well, so he's going to be able to hit a little bit harder. Riot Shield is his passive cooldown changed from 10 to 10, 8, and 6 at levels 1, 7, and 13. That's pretty good. That'll mean that his shield, the later game he gets, the more shielding he'll have up, which is pretty good. Electrocution damage increased. Ooh, health scaling increased as well, and magical power increased. Okay, Richter's going to be very strong in this patch. So he is, because his electrocute, as a damage over time, it's not great, but whenever you stack it with everything else that he can do, that's pretty monstrous. Not going to deny that. Shimby! Her alternate magic, so she's been buffed, and her all kill damage per stack increased, as well as magical power scaling per stack has been increased as well. Yep, Shimby's been buffed. She's going to be a pain to deal with now, because the right Shimby can really mess up the enemy team. Like, the right Shimby can really mess you up. I don't give a shit what anybody says. She is monstrous. Skylar, is she getting nerfed? She is. Her plasma grenade has gotten less scaling. Holy shit. That's a 15-point decrease there, 5-point decrease there, and the explosion radius has been decreased by 10%. Do me a favor, reduce the slow on it. Because I'm sorry, but the slow on that grenade is nasty. Hypercharge modifier decreased from 12 to 10. Ouch. Atomizer explosion radius decreased by exactly 11%. Okay. Terra, right. Is Terra getting nerfed, or is this going to be the year of Terra? Oh, fuck, right. Relentless Assault. Third and power damage has been increased. Third and power scaling bonus increased as well. She's going to hit harder. Highland Hurl. Cooldown decreased. Mana cost increased. Okay, so there's mana cost increase to sort of to surmise the cooldown decrease, and then Wild Rush shield increased as well. So yeah, Terra might be a bit stronger than you might think now. Like, I've always been adamant that Terra is nasty at the best point, but Terra is pretty damn devious. Faye, physical power decreased. Ouch. Bramble Patch damage decreased as well. Untamed growth damage decreased. Flight Trap cooldown increased. Ouch. Faye got slapped with a bit of a nerf bat there, so she did. Now, a lot of people might not see this as a big thing, but this does, it basically stops a basic attack style build on Faye, which is kind of interesting in my opinion. Yin, the person that needed serious nerfage, but we'll see. Physical armor increased from 24 to 25, health regen increased as well, and her bat has been also increased. Ooh. A lash kick has been, a cooldown has been increased. Thank fuck, because that was a nuisance. Windburn, max health damage decreased. Ouch. Monster damage caps decreased as well. Nice. Total healing has been decreased as well. This is basically meaning that she's basically scuffed herself, so she's not going to be able to sustain herself as well in a fight, but she's also not going to be packing out as much damage as normal either. And then backlash, which gives her decrease as well. So I'm assuming that was just a little bit of an additional adjustment, we'll say. Good old Zorus. Okay. Mana growth increased. Oh. Spear of near damage increased. Physical power decreased. So it's a bit of a balance here. So you're getting a little bit of extra power, and then you get the scaling to go with it. And then the mana cost increased. Okay, not too bad. On to the items. Pacifier. The Adrenalize bonus is decreased from 30 to 25. Okay. Divine Potion is a bit of a mix-up here, so it is. So it's got its cost reduced. Total health regen decreased from 160, 360 to 150, 350. Okay, it's only a small one. Now correctly heals. Okay, and total mana regen decreased as well. Okay, so not terrible. Like, it's still going to be pick up. It's still going to be used. Lucky Feather has gotten a change. It's been nerfed, so it has. Its sale value has increased from 3 to 400. I'm assuming this is to balance it out a little bit in case you fall behind. So it's 700, so you can sell it. So basically, as long as you get 300 plus gold on it and sell it off, it means that you're profiting. So it does. So that's sort of where I see it. So as long as you sell it off before you lose it, obviously, 400 gold, that's pretty good, so it is. But then to add this here to cover the 100 gold gain, you now lose out on a little bit of extra gold from farming. So not terrible, not great, but not terrible. Does balance the item a little bit more, because now whenever you sell it, it's going to be worth that a little bit more. Our Springer physical power has been increased from 30 to 35. Okay, that's fine. Viper has had its attack speed decreased. Okay. So you're bringing this damage, and then you're bringing the damage back down. Solaris, one of my favorite items, funnily enough, and they've made it absolutely goated now. So they have, because the cost has decreased from 3200 till 3100. They've increased the amount of mana it gives, which means that it pairs exceptionally well with resolution. And then the Solar Blade physical power scaling increased from 15 to 20%. Kiara is going to abuse the fuck out of this. So they are. Psionic Echo has got a cost decreased to 2900. That's good. I like that. Fighter, health decreased. Basilisk, health decreased. Earthshaker, physical power increased. Attack speed decreased. And health decreased. I know why this is being nerfed. It's funny because I do believe that this is making them lean more heavily into a DPS meta, right? Because the problem is on down, so it is. Guys, Greaves, health decreased, physical armor increased. Overlord, health decreased. Rapture, the entire reason why everything's getting fucking nerfed. The one item that makes every warrior exceptionally powerful and really bruiser. So 300 to 250, 15 to 10, 7 to 6. Near sight damage decreased from 20 to 18, and then near sight health scaling bonus nerfed from 3.5 to 3. Yeah, it was only a matter of time before this item was going to get nerfed. It was way too efficient at what it gave you and the amount of damage it gave you late game, so it did. Tinted Blade, health decreased, and Tyranny, health decreased. This doesn't surprise me at all, because they're trying to curb tanky junglers. But not just that, they're like, as says, it's not even trying to curb tanky junglers. They are going into a very high time to kill meta, because whenever you have an abusive amount of health, I have demonstrated that an abusive amount of health is ridiculous, but this is nutty, so it is. So yeah, the time to kill is going to be a lot quicker because of all of these nerfs, particularly. Megacosm, health damage decreased from 3 to 2.5. Okay. Noxia has a decreased cooldown from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. More burst damage. Time War cost decreased. That was justified. Time War, it's very rare that you do see Time War. Very useful. Under our support gear, we have the Quantum Core decrease. Now, personally, I've never used this item because I'm rarely ever in support to use this item. So cost decreased, okay. Health increased, okay. And then mana increased as well, okay. Cybernetic Drive, another item that I believe was going to be due a nerf because it was busted as fuck. Health regen reduced from 100 to 80, okay. Damage decreased from 100 to 60, okay. Health bonus scaling from 6 to 5. Health scaling from 6 to 5. Bonus gold decreased from 10 to 8. That was just, that was going to happen, so it was. This one here, however, let's see. Base health decreased from 120 to 100. Ability haste decreased from 15 to 10. Lesser destruction decreased from 80. Yeah, and then all that, there's more or less the same. Just sort of pulling it all back into place. So yeah, all in all, it's more like a balanced pass rather than an actual giant set of patch notes. So it is. I do believe they're leaning with these changes. I believe that they are really aiming to a high DPS meta. So high DPS is going to be a big thing. So it is. So yeah, because they've made everybody less tanky, but they've increased the damage, which is odd. And there's certain heroes in here that didn't get touched. Certain problem heroes. As is, they did touch up Grooks, but they didn't touch up a few of the other serious problematic characters. So they didn't, like, another problem, like, Kiara to me is a problematic character because she can mow you down really easily. Grooks got touched, so I'm not too disappointed on that. As is, technically every fighter or every jungler and offlaner got touched in this patch, because they hit basically everything that gave you a good bit of health. Like, this is all standard builds for certain people. Zarus, Crunch, Fang Mao all would build augmentation, so it would. So this is really to curb the bruiser setup, so it is, that you do see very prevalently. So yeah, all in all, this patch doesn't really benefit me too much. So it doesn't, and funnily enough, it also doesn't change much of what happens, because the videos that I have coming out this week are all pretty much interesting. But we will record double because, well, that's the rules these days, so it is. So yeah, that's my opinion. So my opinion of it all is okay. It changes enough to make it changes enough in the game to make it interesting. So it does. So all in all, I believe it is okay. We just need to see how it is in practice. So that'll tie us up for the day. So, well, even though I'm a little bit late to it, what can you do? I had work. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe if you didn't enjoy. And remember guys, not everything goes to plan. Bye!